There's really not much to recap. We'll do the bookkeeping first as everybody shuffles in. You will get 10 points to your points cards today.
Thank you.
Thank Ellie. She said be nice to you guys.
Thank you,
Um,
Ellie.
Also, if you don't already have one on your character sheet, everybody can take an inspiration.
Oh yeah, we're fighting a butthole.
Yeah, you're fighting a couple buttholes. But one's blind, one's sleeping, and one is wreaking havoc.
Of course, it's reeking. And okay, just
Yeah, you had left off like with your caravan being chased by Shanum on some kind of invisible carriage, and using this strange looking crossbow, he shot like a strange fireball that blew up your caravan. Um, Most of you were stuck inside. Solfedge decided to save himself over the group and turned himself into a stone that then made the tumbling much worse from the inside and out. Alejandro got shot out of the caravan and managed to land safely. But the moment like shit hit the fan, the rest of the Rosescorned now changed into some strange demonic entities attacked you, and it has been a incredibly fierce battle. Alejandro is down and making death saves right now. Solfedge is, I mean, everybody is hurt pretty badly, but right now we've got our two baddies going first in the initiative. Um, there wasn't really much else. It was just a lot of brawling, but there were little things that you were able to glean. Poppy noticing that none of them have any kind of instruments for, they were a band that you came across before. And somebody mentioning how they spent like they spent a year in hell preparing to take you on. At the top of the order, Wrath the Infernal Rage Beast is angry and blind right now. I'm going to make a D8 roll. Oh, I didn't ask. Does anybody want to roll for charms? 2 charms for
no, thank you.
Alejandro. Alejandro, you get the charm of glibness and a monster charm. Anybody else rolling? No,
Nope.
no, no, no. Okay. So I'm going to roll a d8, and that is going to decide the direction that Wrath walks in. Where is he here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Let's move Shanum. Would he stop? Stops when he hits something at his feet, not knowing what it is. I think that's gonna be his turn. He runs into something, but he doesn't know what it is. Um,
So he's standing on Shanum?
he's standing on Shanum's dead body. Yeah. Oh wait, there is a chance. These things have keen smell.
Smells like ass.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Deadass.
He doesn't know that it's Aaron there. He's not gonna risk it. It's not moving. I think you'd recognize that it's something that's down, and I think that's enough for him. Din. Solfedge has got you right in front of him. He's just gonna start taking swings on you.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That is a 17.
Yep.
19 damage.
Oof. Well, nighty night.
You're down. Okay. Prone. Unconscious. He moves 25. Has to attack. He's going to take the next attack on the Mephit.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Yeah. $13.
It is gone.
And it explodes.
I believe so, yes. So, yeah, dex save.
Dex save. Aaron is going to automatically fail. And Wrath is going to get disadvantage because he's fucking blind. What's the DC?
It's only 10.
10. Dexterity. Request. This is disadvantage. And I think... Din has evasion. Okay, so roll. Both save. Din's not going to take any damage, and Wrath is going to take half of that. -4. I don't think he has any resistances to cold. No. She does, but she still takes 4 because she automatically fails. For the sleep spell, is it any kind of damage that wakes them up? Yes.
Could be.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that does wake her up. But she is still prone. This should be gone. That's that thing dead. He can get to Dino. He's going to move on to Dino. Take his third attack. $13.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay, takes his last. That's also a miss. That's his turn. Poppy.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll start with my bonus action, believing, assuming that Solfege can heal the cat, so I will heal Solfege. So I'll do a healing word on Solfege.
What's the distance on healing word?
60 feet.
Beautiful. Yeah, you're good to go then.
So that's 6. 6 healing. And now I'm like honestly very decisions. Don't really have to. Yeah, okay. I'll just do it. Whatever. Let's go. I'll move. Oops. Need to switch. Oh, it's
sorry.
paused. I
Game's
cannot
paused.
move. So 1, 2, 3. How can I avoid everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going around. I'm trying to not walk by the frog. Basically, I'm going
Yep.
around the bug. And then I will use my. Oh wait, I'm sorry. This is taking so long. Because of yeah. So then I will blast my horn of blasting, basically in this direction. It's a 30-foot cone.
Beautiful.
So I think I also get the horse, maybe. Go cone. No. So the elephant, the fallen star, and the horse, and then I violate Shanem's corpse a little bit as well. And that would be, oh my god, where is it? Gosh darn. Blah blah blah. Horn of blasting. Here, it's a con saving throw. DC is 15.
Beautiful. I have to resolve something before I resolve that, and that is just another con save for wrath, for blindness.
That was me that did that, right?
Yes, it is. I think 19 makes it there.
It does, but I'm gonna fucking silvery barbs him
Okay.
with my last spell slot. Because
Yep.
fuck you. And I'll give the advantage to Poppy, have you made your action yet?
No, this would have
Yeah, so
happened
No, but
before
it's
her
a
turn.
yeah, so I'll give
Yeah.
Poppy the advantage.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Fucker.
Still makes it. Okay, now the Sprinkles, Aaron, and Wrath all have to make the save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the DC?
It's 15, and it's yeah, full damage and deafened on a fail, and half damage and not deafened on a success.
Sprinkles failed, Aaron and Wrath succeeded.
Okay, 5d6. Boop. Well, hello there.
And what happens
Yep.
on the success as well?
If they fail to save, they're also deafened. So the horse is deafened. I don't know if that really will make a difference, but it is deafened. Cannot hear commands, I guess.
Beautiful.
If it would be verbally.
That does
command.
make a difference.
Okay, yeah, then it's deafened. Ha! Screw you, horse.
And then Aaron, hold on. Aaron kind of slumps.
Good. Me.
Wrath takes. There we go. Anything else?
No, I think I gave it my all. That's it.
Cressida We're just gonna remove her. She is somewhere else within 500 feet. Dino.
You've abandoned us. And fuck you, Dino.
I'm crawling over. I'm like, I'm gonna try to move 5 feet over. He's gonna take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he'll
Then?
take. Yes, he will. Are you blind? Oh, you are blind. You blinded yourself.
So how does that work?
You can still move, but he gets advantage on the attack.
So I'm like crawling around, looking around, trying to find Gino. After he said that, it's like no.
Hits. For 15.
I'm gonna silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
As I crawl.
Uh,
I thought I had a other reaction, but it's different. He's like rolling around, avoiding the hit.
misses.
Like swings,
Okay.
just misses him as he's crawling. Like, Gino, how many fingers am I hold up? I'm gonna hold up 15 fingers.
Fuck you. You made Cressida leave.
I didn't do anything. I'm blind.
She left because of you.
I'm blind. I'm gonna hear there's a horse or like sparkles over there. I'm gonna try to spray him with this. I'm gonna like crawl up on him like a bug,
Right.
crawling up.
He's first of all, he's 25 feet up, and second, how are you seeing him? You are blind.
I'm like, where is? I'm like, Gino, throw me up to him. Where is he? I can't see where he is.
You can't tell where the 25-foot horse is? He's
No.
right there. You can hear him breathe.
Point me towards him and push me up towards him.
Once again, fuck you. You made Cressida leave.
I didn't.
I vaguely
We're
point
all
in the
gonna
direction
die.
of the giant horse. We're all, yeah, 100%.
Wait, you said he's up high?
Oh, he's flying right now?
Yeah, he's 25 feet in the air.
My mistake. I thought you meant he was 25 feet.
Oh,
tall.
wait, no, he's not. He's not 25
Because
feet
he
in
ran
the
through
air.
the wagon, right? He charged through it.
Aaron
I
died.
remember.
Aaron died. This is Aaron's summoned steed. The Sprinkles is gone. So as soon as Aaron died, it would have like disintegrated into like a black dust that like rained over you guys.
So I'm just spraying in the air. I'm like, where's that horse? Gino, where is he?
I will give you you're firing with a ranged weapon.
The
I
horse
will-
left, just like Cressida did, because of you.
I will give you the attack with disadvantage. To hit an enemy. I'll give you the attack regularly if you choose the enemy at random. Or choose the target at random.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'd randomly shoot.
Okay. So, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think Solfege is close enough. Roll a d4. Go ahead and roll
Oh,
your
no.
attack.
Like, Gino, pull me towards him. You see my hands light on fire from like the grand charm of the fire I have. I cast a spell.
You're gonna cast a spell? Gino, does a 21 hit you?
Yes, but there's more than one of me at the moment.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll your
I swear to God, Gino, if this hits the real Gino, I swear to Shanti. Alright. You hit a duplicate.
I rolled low too, so
He hits a duplicate with a chromatic orb.
You
I'm just
stupid.
blind.
You stupid and blind and bad at music.
No,
That's
it's not true. I'm trying to swing at the air where I think he is, and that's my turn.
Solfege.
Alrighty, let's see. First things first, Solfege is going to bonus action to Healing Word the kitty cat. For 9 points of healing back to Alejandro.
Nice.
You got a bit of healing too from Poppy, right?
It was Solfege got the healing from Poppy.
Oh, Sophit. Oh, my
and
bad.
now
My bad.
Solfege is paying it forward and passing it on to Alejandro.
Alright, I'm going to stand up as well. And then fuck that frogman in particular. We are going to do that. Since they don't appear to be, bards anymore, I've got a pretty good shot of beating him in a performance check.
Hold on.
With an internal riff-off.
That's amazing. Hold on, I'm just setting something up here. Oh, the infernal riff-off. It's one of my favorite things. And you're playing it with Din?
Yep.
Hell yes.
He knocked me down and made me almost die. So.
Okay, so go ahead.
Fuck that froggy bastard.
Roll performance. And you have to beat a 19.
Son of a bitch. Can I use my inspiration to re-roll that?
Yes, you can. That's better.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll 2d10. Sorry, it is 2d10 fire and 2d10 bludgeoning. I need you to roll them separately because I need to know what the fire damage is.
Alright, I'll roll the fire first.
Okay. And then he takes that 7.
Both kind of shitty, but whatever.
Yeah, you pull him into... You throw him through this hell portal, he gets sucked in and gets fucking dispersed back out. And that's a random direction from you or from where he originally was? Where'd that go?
From their original location, random direction.
Ejected 10 feet in a random direction. Go ahead and roll the d8 for me to see where it gets spit out. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. He's just like, ah!
Oops.
By the way, I forgot to see if I blow up from my horn.
Oh, yeah.
So I might not be there anymore. So
That's true.
It's a D120 or lower and I explode.
It's a
Okay,
49.
I live. Whew.
Alejandro.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to stand up. Where's my character sheet at? Hold on. That's not a good idea. That might be a good idea, though. Okay, fuck it.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going to cast Shatter. Of course.
Jesus.
Okay, then.
I apologize for fucking the good rolls.
Oh, but it's a con save, so he still takes half damage. Because evasion only works on dex saves, right?
Yeah.
So I'll still roll. Okay. I guess I still roll it. So he still takes 8 damage. That's worth it. At least he took 8 damage. And then I can bonus action a potion, right?
Yep.
Oh, fuck it. Might as well use it.
Yeah, no better time than now.
Pathetic. What a pathetic roll. Okay.
Gino beat.
So above table, do you guys think that we're gonna win this fight? Do you think that there's any chance here that we're actually gonna pull through this?
No.
Like this monk's about to go, and this dude's about to go, and they're about to fuck us up.
Probably.
Like that monk could literally run around and one shot each of us.
Yep. Do your worst,
I mean,
man.
I think we got it.
Do what you gotta
Yeah, it's anybody's
Run
game
away.
right now, I think.
They could miss every attack.
Yeah, the monk like missed like 2 attacks against you last round, so
I'm like fully tapped,
have-
dude.
See,
Like,
here's
I
the question.
fuck all.
Is Dino going to take an opportunity attack against you if you walk away from him?
Probably. Fucking probably, dude.
Where's that horse?
Yeah.
fuck your blind ass.
Make horsey noises, Gino, when you walk away from him. Do the wildest, craziest thing you have in mind.
Okay. I pull out all of my instruments, all of them at once. I start like laughing and looking around at every all fucked up dead people around and just like, look at them, look at everybody. Look, everybody here is garbage, and I love all of you because you are all so garbage. Alejandro, you are wet garbage.
Oh.
Wet garbage, greasy garbage. And I'm like singing this and playing a song, and I start strutting over, and I'm like, Poppy, I'm sorry I was mean to you. You're like my mom. I shouldn't be mean to my mom.
That's true, but it's fine.
Dino, I've always been jealous of your ability to play woodwind instruments. One day I wish I could blow as well as you do. And solfege, I saw you pee on the carpet. Don't deny it. I saw it.
Bullshit.
I saw
you
it.
saw
Don't
that.
deny it. Don't deny it. And I pull out the ticket from hell, and I jump on Din's back. And what do I have to do? I have to sign it? I have to stamp it? I have to rip it?
At this point, if you just say, take me to the city of Dis, if that's what you wanted to do.
I'm gonna go out like this because this is how Gino would go out. I'm gonna look up at Din and be like, "Hey Din, Din, hey Din, hey
Yes.
Din, Din, are you ready for this?
Get off, get off.
Take me there. I got a guy I want you to meet."
You wave the ticket, and as you do, and you tell this horrible pun in his ear, Din kind of, like, he's not trying to throw you off. He calmly kind of rests his shoulders and says, "I accept." And as you wave the ticket and it burns up, it forms a small portal similar to the one for your hurl from hell, and swallows you, sucking you and Din into it. We will come back to you.
Fuck yeah.
At the top of the order, Wrath watches. I mean, everybody, like, it's not subtle. Like, you hear as this portal opens, like, the sounds of hell from within, and Wrath looks at it as not as something terrifying, but something familiar, almost like he's having a war flashback. Like, he's just, like, haunting him. As it sucks you in, he watches as the only other living ally he has disappears. Looks at the battlefield and looks at the ground, at both of these bodies that are already starting to decompose into some kind of, like, black soot or ash. Looks around at the rest of you, and Alejandro, who's still fucking massive, says, "Fuck this," and starts running. He can get 80 feet. Does anybody pursue him? Is anybody going to try and take him out?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Then
I'll go after him.
Then we'll proceed with this. Poppy.
Yes. I will. Well, first of all, start running after him. Come back, you piece of shit! Whoops. Shoop. I'm not very fast. Shoop. 25. How far am I away from this dude? Oh man, I'm wearing glasses and yet I can't see.
You're 75 feet.
75. Okay. What do we got here? 75. No. No. That's 60. No. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No.
Sleep spell at 90 feet.
Do I have sleep? I have sleep! Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, that's... Why not? Sleep! Let's go. My DC is 16, and wait, do I still have a spell slot? Yeah. Oh, I have 1. I have exactly 1.
How many dice do you roll with that? 5d8.
Oh yeah, true. Sleep works different. Yeah, okay. Let's do 5d8.
So, I will say, in order for you to put him down, you have to roll incredibly high with your dice.
Okay.
Do you have
Fingers
anything
crossed.
high?
Oh, that's incredibly low. So
I was going to say, do you have... I'm seeing, it says you have 3rd level spell slots, but no 3rd level spells.
that's true. I could upcast it.
You could upcast it. If you upcast it to using a 3rd level spell, you would roll an additional 4d8.
Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's remove that spell slot. Boop. Get that one back. Okay, that's still not super high. I think 33.
Unfortunately, a 33 is not enough.
Yeah. Okay.
You should have an inspiration.
She does, but
Can
like,
you read? I think that's for like attack rolls and stuff.
wait,
but-
I'm not an unreasonable DM, and using an inspiration's a big deal because you can change a lot for an outcome. So the question becomes, would I allow you to roll one of your low dice rolls at the cost of an inspiration? And I think that is a fair trade. So if you want to try to re-roll the 2, because you rolled a 4, so you rolled...
I will re-roll the 1.
Re-roll the 1 on the first set, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Come on. An 8 on a d8. I mean, I cannot roll more than that. So
This elephant...
it's 30, 40.
This elephant kind of like stops in its tracks, falls back onto its back, and you can hear it snoring.
Ha! Take that! I hope you have nightmares! And then I kind of hobble in that direction, basically. Slowly.
As combat ends, the field is littered with pieces of Cress's caravan, and this half smashed up goblin wagon is just kind of like slid to a stop. Several of your friends are hurt. The 2 demons that died have disintegrated into this black dirt that smells of sulfur. But their weapons and equipment that they were carrying are left behind. The elephant Wrath is unconscious to the east of you, and Cressida is nowhere to be found. Alejandro, I see you moving up towards Wrath. What is Alejandro doing?
Do I have to make an attack roll?
No,
Or is it just automatically a critical hit?
it's an automatic critical. Nothing you can do about
Awesome. I'm gonna stab him before I lose my giantness. Oh, I must roll an attack roll before. According to a...
Yeah, you'll need it for the damage anyway.
Well, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah.
Oh, and I need to roll my...
So 14, you stab him with...
this... Hold on.
Yeah.
Got a couple more to throw onto that.
Okay.
Because of my giant charm. I add
Okay.
a D10 to that, or to each attack, so...
So that's 29.
29.
You stab him and wake him up. He squeals in pain.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, I can use a bonus action too. Oh, yeah. Heck with it. Is he still technically down?
Yeah,
He's awake,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah,
down.
yeah. He's prone.
Goody.
That's a hit.
Let me just add that on here to this one. $18.
18. You stab him that second time with the dagger. Like go in for like almost like a stab to the throat. And that is enough to drop him. And he also dissolves into like this like sulfuric dirt, leaving behind just his giant hammer that he was carrying. And I'm going
I'll pick the hammer up since I would start walking back here before I probably start shrinking.
Yep.
And just drop the hammer because I'm sure I can't carry it after I, become unembiggened.
Yep, and you'll see here that I have dropped the chest of what they were carrying.
I'm just crawling away blind. Like, did that frog kill
We're over
Dino?
here.
He got
Dino.
awfully quiet. He killed him, I think.
Dino.
I'm crawling.
Dino.
After about
Turn around.
after a minute, Dino regains his sight.
He gets up.
He crawls into the chest.
Bumps into it.
Just don't eat the things. Can I maybe pick up a few, like I want to basically go through the rubble of the caravan, and I'll be like, come help me out here, Marvin, do you see something? And I will try, if that's possible, to find this golden thread that I saw Cressida connected her to the caravan, if I can find it from any of the pieces so that I can find her.
Go ahead and give me give me I'm going to give you the option here of Arcana or Perception.
Okay, I just need to check real quick because I do have disadvantage on something from my stress. One was history, but what was the other?
Your disadvantages are Survival and Religion.
Ah, okay. Not history, religion. Okay, so Arcana or Perception. You said Perception is +4, Arcana is +4. Potato, I take Arcana. And since I asked Marvin for help, I will give myself guidance. 1d4. Normal. Let's go. Oh wow. No. I rifle through my staff and grab the tear of the elk, and I will re-roll that.
Perfect.
Because that was crap. Please, come on. Not a 2. Oh my god.
13?
Oh, it's so bad.
I'm going to give it to you on a 13.
Okay.
You look and you see that whatever the tether was is not attached to the pieces of the caravan. But you are able to trace a trail headed west. And it looks like, it's almost like broken fractals of gold.
Oh my god. Okay. Is the goblin wagon still intact somewhat?
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
it's taken some damage, but it's not it is functional. If you have something to pull it, you should be able to.
Okay. I think I know where Cress is. We should find her, but I don't think we can leave the caravan here. Well, maybe we take a look. Let's split, and the other two try to grab as much of the caravan as we can and shove it into the wagon. I think we have to repair it.
Let's just pick up the wheel, throw it on top.
I'll rather resolutely start walking into the direction, like I will follow this fractured golden trail that I see.
Yep. While you're following that, Solfege, what are you doing? You're muted.
Ah, that's a good question. Well, I guess should I start gathering up parts of the caravan, I guess, or
You're just gonna help gather the caravan?
yeah, I'll help gather the caravan up since Poppy seems to have a general idea of at least where she's looking for Cress.
Dino, you look around and you were blind when it happened. You notice that Gino's not there.
Oh, did Gino run away or something? I'm like looking to the left, looking to the right. You got scared and run? What happened there? I couldn't see.
Oh,
Like picking up scraps, throwing it in there. Did anybody see where Gina went?
We saw him disappear. He pulled out that ticket that he had.
I told him not to rip that in half. I told him.
He disappeared and he took the frog guy with him.
He just disappeared. That's crazy.
Well, I'm going to guess he teleported to another location on a different plane of existence based on the smell. Also, because it scared the crap out of the elephant guy before he decided to run away.
I'll keep playing the flute in his honor. I'll see him again, but more
Alejandro.
garbage for me.
Oh, Jesus.
he was quite jealous of how well you blow.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Alejandro, are you also just helping with pieces of the wagon? Are you letting Poppy go off on her own?
To be honest, I'm kind of wondering about assessing the damage to Cress's wagon, Karras's caravan, and whether or not it's repairable or if we're going to have to use the goblin wagon. So I guess that's kind of what I'm doing, is assessing the situation there. What is it going to take for us to be able to get to wherever we need to get to, either back to the town we just left,
Oh, it's
or
got
to the next one?
It's for sure gonna have to be like they are picking up pieces of Cress's caravan and tossing them into the goblin wagon.
I guess I'm looking at it from a repair standpoint.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
what kind of repairs do we need to do?
Well, I mean, if it was a regular caravan, like it'd probably just take rebuilding it, but it's a magical caravan. What it's gonna take to possibly fix that, based on your knowledge. Land vehicles. You're
I
familiar.
don't know anything about building them, just operating them. So,
But you're familiar. I'm gonna say it's going to give me an Arcana check here, because more so it's going to be determined what magically it would take to fix it.
ooh.
With a 14, none of you are enchanters. And there was something about this that was tied to Cress. So whatever magic she had within the caravan, you're not sure if you would be able to fix it without her. Poppy, you keep moving west.
Yeah.
Um,
As long as until I find her or lose the trail, basically.
yeah. You move, and it's about 300 feet before you find Cress, slumped against a rock, not moving.
Oh my. Yeah. I'll rush over to her as fast as my brittle bones can carry me. And, we'll check her over, like give her a tab on the cheek. Cress?
No,
Wake up, darling.
no response. Give me a medicine check.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Medicine. Okay.
She,
19.
She's breathing. Her legs are broken, like shattered. If you try to move her, or like try to move them, they kind of like wiggle like jello. And she is clearly not feeling that because her body is not reacting to that. Her breathing is shallow, but she is breathing. She's not bleeding or anything like that, but your encouragements to try to wake her up are in vain. Nothing you do wakes her up.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you to roll an Arcana check as well.
Okay. Nice. 22.
The golden thread that you walked and followed, these like little shattered fractals of this like golden light, or not so much a golden light, like it's gold, but it's almost like when you looked at it, it was like a kind of like a glow, like a gold glow that is faded now when it is shattered. And as you follow those pieces, you get to Cress, and as you're looking her over, you're kind of like intuition of the magic starts to take hold, and you see that as you're looking her over, there are gold lines that are faint that go from like her eyes all the way down under her clothing and across her body. But they are also like it's not just like solid lines. It's like shattered fractals that go across her body as well that almost look like tattoos.
Crest, darling, I apologize, but I promise the boys aren't here. And I kind of like lift her blouse. I just want to see if these lines, if it's really just like basically something that spans over her body or if it leads to something. That's what I want to see.
It spans across her body but meets at her chest. And it appears to meet like as like some kind of rune. But that rune is like also fractured. It's all like kind of like it's almost like the tattoo shattered on her body like glass. Like it's all still there, but it's all like kind of like little bits that are spread apart.
And I assume I cannot read this rune, or I don't know what it is.
What do you know?
Well, I mean, I know that she's kind of cursed, so I assume this is a curse of some type, but
this is it's not a language you recognize.
Well, shit. A rune. Yeah, well. Well, first of all, I will use my other level 3 spell to basically kind of grab her legs and try to get them less mushy, so to say. So I'll cast 3rd level Cure Wounds on them and try to like get that a bit sorted, at least. I don't know.
It seems like wounds that she had healed. She was like it was she was hit a couple times by wrath while she was down. So there were wounds and those heal up fine, but when you check her legs, they're still like soft, like jello.
Okay.
It's like none of her bones and her legs are fusing together. Like they're that badly destroyed.
Okay. Well, magically, I don't have much more. I will try one more Hail Mary. Absolutely silly, but whatever. I will kind of rub my hands together and put it on the rune, and I cast Mending, maybe to at least like stabilize it from fading and breaking further for the moment.
Ooh. Huh.
So that it doesn't get worse, at least for now, until we have a idea.
That is interesting because normally is mending is for a
Object,
physical
yeah.
object. But you're wanting to use a 3rd level spell slot to kind of upcast it to see if you can keep and like chain the tattoo together?
Yeah, if I can basically, yeah. Because it seems like it's eroding more and more, right? You said.
I like this. Give me an Arcana roll. We're going to set the DC. This is powerful magic. I'm going to say to succeed at something like this, we're going to set the DC at... I don't want to make it impossible here. We're going to call it 18.
Okay. No. Absolutely not. I rolled a 4. Okay. With that, I curse a bit more. Fuck! And I mean, I will very carefully pick her up. She probably doesn't weigh a lot. I'm strong.
No,
I
and
will
yeah.
carefully pick her up and I will start carrying her back in the direction of the destroyed caravan.
Yeah, let me move both of you back here. You guys, it probably doesn't take very long to load everything up into the wagon. It's a tight fit, kind of trying to fit the pieces of a caravan into a wagon, but it does have those 2 floors. You don't have a way to pull it right now, but summoning your steed shouldn't take much. Oh, you only have 4 members, though, right now, of your band.
Yes, we are unfortunately down by 1.
You watch as Poppy carries an unconscious Cressida back over her shoulder. Her legs kind of waving like noodles and dragging behind. Dragging behind the halfling.
What's the guy where I could see him? I'd go up and help. Grab her by the legs and throw her up in the caravan.
Be careful!
It's like on 3. 1, 2, and I think I'd throw early.
Oh my god, this poor woman.
So since we're a band member down, maybe I could play with my other arms. 2 instruments at once.
Well, we gotta figure it out. We can't stay here. And I like pull out my harp. Seems like a strange moment to play a song.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing the song with a band member down, because it is a full thing, it's not going to be a high performance roll, but I will get a performance check from the remaining members.
Playing the flute in honor of Gino, and then other instruments with his hands.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, basically, you just want to not roll poorly.
Oh boy.
Like that.
It's fine, I rolled a net 20. I'm basically playing for 2.
Solfege, or not solfege. Oh, Alejandro? Okay.
Very nice.
Dino, the band carries you hard. As they perform the song, and like, I mean, it's difficult because you're trying to play all of Gino's parts too, but like Gino is so chaotic with his music that it's hard to do that. But you guys do manage to summon Gruen. He does seem like, it doesn't seem like he's healed. It seems like he's still exhausted as he comes in, but he is like a partial heal on him. As he pops in, he's like, oh, that was terrible.
Tell me about it. And I point with my head to the noodly legs of Cressida that are hanging over the side of the goblin wagon.
He'll run over immediately, be like, Cress! Kind of like nudge her. It's like, oh no. Alejandro, oh yeah, that...
I'm topping myself up a bit with that healing word.
Alejandro, were you drinking that potion, or were you giving it to Gruen?
I was drinking it because
Okay.
I was at
Okay.
half health.
So we just put this stuff, all those dead guy stuff, in the wagon, and we'll sort it on the way.
I've still got a few spell slots. I'll top up Gruen a little bit.
It's pretty nice stuff. And they made really nice stuff.
Did
I
you
never
get
seen-
everything? And I like kind of rifle through the snow just to make sure that we didn't miss any parts of the caravan of the original one.
Give me a investigation.
That 9 health will go back. Will go to Gruen.
Beautiful.
Ah, my fucking.
I mean, you don't think you see anything. Looks like you've gotten everything out of it.
Okay.
Could I give her like an advantage because I was help loading with the weapons and
Sure, yeah.
looking as well?
Go ahead and roll
Sweet.
another investigation there, Poppy.
I think there's 4 wheels. 3. I gotta grab like the coat hanger that was in there before.
You do notice that there's something kind of buried in the snow that kind of got smashed in. And while most of the other parts is like just regular caravan parts, this one appears to be some kind of glowing rod.
Oh, this seems important. Let's take that. And I reach for it. Then I like throw a piece of my coat over it, and then I grab it. Then don't touch glowy things. That's what they
Is it
teach
an
you in
inanimate
Half-Life.
carbon rod?
Gruen looks and says, "Where to now?"
Well, to be honest, we were on the way to East Haven, but I look to the others. I think we need to turn back. We will need a temple, and we need Kendrick. We are in dire need of some magical help here. I don't think we can wake Cressida up with a little healing spell. I tried. Did nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually examine her a little closer to myself because Arcana is something I'm pretty good at.
Yep. Go ahead and roll. 21. On a 21, with the explanation from Poppy, you would probably hypothesize that the reason why Cress stayed close to the caravan was because she was attached to it. So she may not be waking up because of the state of the caravan. If there,
So it's
you're gonna need to repair that thread somehow.
yeah, we're definitely gonna need someone with a little more magical know-how than this party. Kendrick seems like a good choice. We need to repair the thread between her and the caravan.
So you guys are headed back to Bryn Shander.
I mean, that
Is
would
there-
be my suggestion for now.
Is there anything I can do here that with the mending spell?
I was gonna say, can I look for the map and like all this rebel? Or do we have a map on us?
Yeah.
See like which way is closer on terms of where we are.
Well, like
Bergender's closer.
you're on the east way. It's probably like either way is equal distance at this point because it was about halfway through your journey when you got attacked.
I'm
I know my vote is to go back to Bryn Shander. It's a known area. We've got friends there.
Yeah, instead of rolling into a new town. I was gonna say I'm either for going forward or going back is smart though. Familiar roads on the way back.
Plus, we've got, at least we know Kendrick is back there, which is somebody that we can at least consult about the whole magical aspect of this.
Maybe he'll know where Gino went. We gotta find Kendrick.
And we also know that Ezra is there, and she might be able to help too if, all else fails. She seems to have a lot of reach we cannot solve it locally.
True, true.
Like if we need like a super caster or super cleric or something, she can probably find one.
You gather up into the caravan. Alejandro, how long does your
It should be.
giantness last?
It should disappear after. I mean, it shouldn't be only like 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know. The giant charm. Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute.
So it should be gone by now.
Okay.
Yeah. Would using the mending spell at all help at least repair a little bit of the caravan to the point where maybe we can get it at least moving? Or is the caravan
to put together the whole caravan without knowing, like you could start fusing pieces together, but it's gonna take you a long time. It's probably gonna take you hours, and to make sure that you have everything in place plus the magical component, it's probably best not to do it on the road.
So I have that wand. The reason I ask is I have that Swiss Army wand, which would allow me to cast mendings technically up to 7 times in a day. So that was why I asked the question, because I could cast mending several times and then it recharges at dawn. Conceivably, depending on how much or how that would be ruled, that would determine whether or not we can do anything, make any use of it at all or not.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I was trying to do was be able to get the caravan moving. If we could get Gruon attached to it and start.
The caravan is in the wagon right now.
Oh, so we've just loaded it all into the goblin wagon.
You just loaded it all into the goblin wagon.
Yeah, it's completely smashed up.
Okay.
So. But I mean, we can start mending it. I also have mending. We can start mending it a bit on the way, like starting to puzzle a bit.
If it's already been loaded up, I mean, it is what it is. We could do whatever. I guess I was thinking of using the mending spell as like a healing for the object. You know what I'm saying? Like a, whatever would sound reasonable for calling it a healing spell cast on an object, if you will, just for, brevity's sake, I guess, is what I was thinking.
I'm gonna say for this particular caravan, like, you could probably start putting pieces together, like I said, but there's something more to this caravan than just like a regular one that you would buy.
Yeah, like the mending spell would repair the physical aspect of the caravan, but any magical things to it is going to need more than mending. For sure.
What about the goblin cart, since it's at like half health?
Mending to try and fix the goblin wagon? Yeah, that would work.
just to fix it up a little bit, just to.
That would work. I'd say with enough time and enough of you working on it, that you could get boosted back to like a much more, I guess, durable form. Even though it was kind of a piece of shit to begin with, but like it's. Yeah, the mending spell would be able to work on that just fine. It's not a magical thing.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, you guys use the mending spell. Get the goblin wagon as pristine as you can get the goblin wagon. Like I said, it wasn't really great to start with, but you managed to patch any holes and kind of like regrow everything and attach everything with the mending spell back to a much more durable and usable shape. You get everybody kind of loaded in on the sides and top of the wagon because the inside is just stuffed with the caravan. And with Gruin pulling, you guys head back towards Bryn Shander.
And all of the items that were in the chest thing, or all the dropped items that we had recovered.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna delete this one, and I can just re-drag the chest out when we switch the scene.
I'm gonna run out quick, 30 feet in the field or however far away. Pull out this stone. This one. And try to call Gino. Gino, hey, where you at? Hey.
You try to communicate with Gino, and nothing comes back. And I also need you to roll a D100.
I start smacking off the ground, try again. I'm not playing around. Gino, hey!
You're still good.
This stone doesn't work. Come back to everybody.
You
I'm
head
ready.
you head off. Gino, you get sucked into this hell portal with Din, like grabbing onto him, but like you're grabbing onto his clothes, you're not touching his bare skin. You get flung through and spit out to the other side into what appears to be, at first you think it's a forest, but the problem is that the trees are flesh covered, and as you look up, what would be like the buds of flowers are instead just thousands of eyeballs. Adam, can you hear me? Oh, I think he froze.
He's frozen. I think he was lagging. I peeked over and like the little spinny thing.
Yeah, I'm just I didn't catch none of that. I've been having like weird connection issues here.
No worries at all. You can hear me now?
I can hear you at this moment, but yeah.
Okay, so the portal sucks you in, spits you out into what kind of appears like a forest, except that the trees are covered in what looks like flesh, and what is on the like bulbs, instead of like bulbs like that are flowers, it's just thousands of eyeballs.
Hey, eyeball flesh trees.
The force of getting tossed into this plane, you both get thrown in, and you kind of like roll off of Din, and he is sitting in like the light, this strange light. You kind of get like thrown off into a shadow that the tree is casting, and as you both stand up and start to get oriented and he looks around, you just hear him go, "Oh no." And it's like it emerges from another shadow, from another tree. This large toothed beast rises out and swallows Din and disappears into the ground, into another shadow.
Hey,
It's not hot, but the sky around you is an orangish red. You are surrounded by these flesh trees and these shadows that, when you look, seem to kind of move and come alive around you. What is your first? What do you do to orient yourself?
hi shadows. Hello, shadows.
You say hello,
see.
shadows?
Yeah. I am new here. My name is Gino Beat. I am the greatest musician from my plane, and everybody loves me there. And what's up? You want to hear a song? I'm thinking of one right now. It's called Flesh Trees with Eyeballs.
Do you start playing?
Sure.
Go
I'll
ahead.
play a little bit.
Give me a performance check.
$19.
That's not bad. That's not bad. One of these beasts comes back. It comes out of another shadow close to you, and a couple more start to come from the other trees surrounding you. This one starts to crawl up as you start playing, and as you get into your performance about these things, are you playing your infernal bagpipes?
The infernal bagpipes mix with like a lute on my lower arms, and then I have a big bass drum on my back that I'm playing with my feet.
This one loops around you a couple times, and as the other ones start to come close, it turns and you watch, and it's hard to make out a form, but it's almost like a combination of a dragon and a rhino, but made of shadow. So it doesn't have like physical form. It's made of like this like strange like almost like look, it looks almost like a jello made of smoke. But there are like physical horns protruding from it. It's got these big red glowing eyes, and you watch as it opens this big toothy maw and has like these shadows like kind of drip, and as they hit the ground they disappear. And it turns around with a big snarl, and its eyes glow this bright red as the other turn and descend back into their own shadows. It turns and kind of sniffs you, and the air that comes from its mouth is pungent. Again, like kind of like smell of like sulfur or like burning. But it doesn't devour you or chomp you like it does Din. And instead kind of regards you and gives you like a little nudge.
All right. Your breath smells amazing. Perfect. Great. You have a very nice toothy maw. I nudge him back.
Yeah. As you like start talking to him and you stop playing, it starts to get like it start to growl a little bit at you.
Oh, you like music? Okay, hold on. And I like rifle through my bags, throw a whole bunch of random instruments out, then I switch them all up. So now I have like 2 different harmonicas that I like are just attached here, and now I'm playing like a double lute with one hand, and then like 2 little drums with the other one, and it's just a whole thing.
The moment you put the bagpipes away, it starts to get more aggressive and starts shoving you harder.
Hey. You like the bagpipes? Okay. What do you know about the bagpipes? I played them a little bit.
You pull the bagpipes out and start playing, and it starts to kind of calm down and get a little more docile again. It shoves you a little hard, but like in a playful way, and then turns and starts to walk, and you hear whispers come from the bagpipes that say, "Follow me."
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's go.
As
Do you know where Scratch is?
it kind of like shakes its head, like it acknowledges and understands what you're saying, but doesn't communicate anything back.
Okay, I follow.
And as you follow the shadow beast, it's almost like the ones that you saw were a little bit smaller and they looked a little bit different, like smaller horns. And as this one starts to kind of roam and lead you through these like flesh trees, it's almost like the shadows descend away from where they are and give you kind of like a path lit by this like orange glow of the sky that it trails you and leads you down.
That was a very, very beautiful description. I'm sorry that all my character's going to ask to do right now is roll a perception check for any garbage cans around.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. There is not a garbage can in sight for miles. It is just...
Yeah, I better have some garbage.
It is just fleshy trees. Maybe the occasional, like, you see what would be a bush, but instead is just, like, a blobby, fleshy patch that, like, as you, like, look over it, like, bubbles up and, like, a little demon explodes out of it, screams, runs a couple feet, and then turns into ash, like, and, like, falls and scatters to the ground.
Neat.
Coming back to the rest of the party, you turn around. Gruen hauls ass, fucking pushes this caravan to its limit as he gets you back across the walls of Bryn Shander. The guards try to at first start to stop you, but as soon as they realize who you are, they give you a wide berth and let you in. Do you want Gruen to take you like directly to like Black Iron Blades, or like where do you want to kind of like stash the caravan and kind of formulate or recoup?
Wasn't that stables area with all those axe beaks?
Yeah, that's where you were originally parked.
Can we stash them there? Mayhaps.
Yeah, that's up to you. Yeah, if you guys want to park there, like you can park anywhere in Bryn Shander.
We could just lug them around. Hold them this far away. Might be smarter to take them
Yeah.
to Black Iron Blades, though. Maybe they can fix them.
Well, yeah, it might not be a bad idea because even if we need magical help with the caravan, we also need somebody to actually repair it, right? And they're probably the best suited for that. Craftsman stuff.
That's probably not a terrible idea.
Also, they like us. They want to help us.
Yeah, instead, I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna bring you over to Black Iron Blades.
As we make our way into the city, I will ask Dino. So, what would your first instinct be? Where Kendrick could be? I would ask Gino, but he's not here, and we need him.
I'm smashing the stone off of the top of the wagon. Gino, where's Kendrick? Hey! Into the rock. He's probably in some back alley somewhere. That's where I think he is.
Back
Him
alley.
and him and Gino are always meeting in weird places, but back alleys mostly.
All right. So whenever we arrive at Black Iron Blades, I will just go into an alley behind. Kendrick, hello.
Kendrick doesn't come out of anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
But when you go into Black Iron Blades, you guys are still like scuffed up and hurt. You guys have been healing yourselves a little bit, but you're probably still noticeably hurt. And Elza right away is gonna be like, "Oh my god, like what happened?"
It's a long story.
They immediately they're like, "All right, shop is closed for the day unless you're the Fabulous Funky Five. Get the fuck out!" And they usher everybody out. Lock up both doors. They say, "Come back tomorrow. We'll have more statues ready." They got like give out like coupons to everybody, but like usher them out the door. And as they do, they kind of lock the door. They let Gruen inside. And they will give you potions to tend to your wounds and stuff like that, so you can all bring your health back to full. Kirby, you're talking, but I can't hear you. You're not talking to me.
No,
So
before
it's-
yeah, I'm gonna be smashing the rock. I'm gonna be like, "It's Fabulous Funky Four." He's gonna get upset going over here, muttering to the rock.
I sang a song about leaving. I'm just saying.
No, he's talking into the rock. He knows, but like,
So
thinks you're messing around.
we definitely want to find Kendrick, correct?
He supplied the tournament. He and the mages, they supplied the tournament with food, fast teleportation, speed travel, or something.
Sure.
I don't remember. Maybe if we go to the tournament hall, we can ask for him.
Well,
And I kind of. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, not a bad idea. I have another idea though. Solfege, reaching into his bag, pulling out a small silver figurine of a bird, is going to bring out his silver raven figurine of wondrous power that I can't even remember where I got that, but I'm going to use that to summon the silver raven, and once it's out, I'm going to basically silent image an image of Kendrick and tell it, find this man and have it deliver the message that the Fabulous Funky Five needs to see him at Black Iron Blades as soon as possible. It's an emergency.
As you summon it, it kind of like hops over and at the silent image and like tries to peck it, kind of looks at you, eyes it, and like nods and flies out a window.
Figure bird's eye view might make it a little quicker to find him.
Yeah. We've got privacy and we've got time. Please tell us what happened.
Afraid we don't have time, to be very honest with you. You see, do you know he went somewhere? And like I turned to the others. When we met them, they said they had been training for a year
In hell.
in hell, which is where he is right now. So time might pass differently there, and if we don't hurry up, we're gonna find him 5 years older and skeletal.
Solfedge is going to provide some visuals for the description and the story of what we did with silent image. Because that lasts for 10 minutes, so I'm just going to kind of
Like from
do the thing with that.
From Solfedge's perspective, things that happened. Alejandro getting super huge. Dino, I guess at this point you would see Gino like hop on to Din's back and like teleport both of them into this hell portal as well.
Yeah, kind of like a scaled down version of like, okay, here's what kind of happened in this battlefield thing. Combo of silent image and like minor illusion for audio.
Yeah.
So he took Din with him.
They lay
I know fighting.
Cress. They lay Cress on a cart in the back. Or not a cart, but like a cot in the back.
This is a PR disaster.
You're not wrong.
I kind of make like I put like some blankets for Grin near the closest source of warmth so that he can lay down a bit after pulling this massive wagon with another wagon inside of it.
Garn says, I know little about magic. I can work with simple magics, but I don't know what that would entail for Cress's caravan, but I can help you at least rebuild it. Whatever magics, hopefully you'll find Kendrick, or hopefully the message will reach Kendrick. Otherwise, you'll have to talk to someone with a little bit more magical know-how than me.
Yeah, we should probably get started rebuilding the caravan and then see how we can fix the enchantments, but Kendrick should know, hopefully. Or maybe he knows somebody who knows. This is terrible. It's like kind of does like a little this is so terrible.
Marvin like pops out of your shadow and like pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah. Well, I think we should just see if Kendrick shows up, get some rest in the meantime. One of us has to keep an eye on Cressida at all times. If it's get worse, we need to find it. The temple. But I think it is what it is for now. There's not much we can do.
Garn will say, yeah, like, if while you're resting, I can work on the caravan. I'm sorry about the wagon. You had sold it to us. I didn't think somebody was going to steal it right away, but, we can ensure that at least the pieces of the wagon, I'll build it in my kind of, we have like a back area where we feed the axe beaks and keep the extra wood and stuff like that, so I can work on it there. What are you going to do for your resting situation?
I could watch over Cressida.
I mean, we could just take shifts and do so.
I can't just sit there and sleep and think about things. I don't sleep.
Are you just gonna, like, you're gonna sleep in Black Iron Blades, or are you gonna summon your spectral home?
I mean, I think I would, if they will have us, I think I would stay there, because if Kendrick shows up, then we're like there right away.
We could just roll
Yeah,
out
'cause-
bed rolls and just.
Yeah, they got a back room. Dino just gonna go rolling by like in a ball
Well,
through
we
the
could.
door.
I mean,
Doesn't
we could
even
always
ask.
do the. We could always do the home away from home, like rift in here, and just include them in the casting of it so that they can see it.
Sure.
That way, we're not taking up actual shop space or anything.
Yeah. If you do that, I won't make you guys make a performance check here. It is, again, a little bit more difficult to play with somebody down, especially because Gino made such a stink all day when you guys wrote this song that, like, he had to, like, his part was integral and did revolve around garbage. But Dino manages to kind of pick up the slack enough to be able to, you guys can sing the song and open the portal.
If Kendrick shows up, just I kind of show Elsa the rift. Just poke your head in. We'll be right there.
Yeah, Elsa nods and says, I'll let you know as soon as he comes in.
Thank you. Come, Griffin. And I look at him. Oh, you must be so tired. And I just pick up the whole elk. Just walk him to our caravan.
Yeah, you walk into your your like TARDIS caravan in your spectral space, with enough sleeping arrangements for everybody, and everybody can take a long rest. Who are we missing here? Where is Poppy? Oh, there she is.
Would you be able to pull the chest out from the
Oh, yeah.
caravan just to peek at stuff? Thank you.
Here is your caravan chest, which I'll say was undamaged. And just kind of was inside with the rest of the rubble. This is the one from the Rosescorned fight. You guys can poke around in that. They keep the store closed for the remainder of the time that you're there until you guys tell them otherwise. And they will let you know that. Like right now, like Garn is in the back. He's working on the caravan, trying to start to like get it fixed. As you guys rest, I'll let you go through those, and we'll come back to Gino. Gino, you are led to the edge of this strange forest. The shadow monster stops at the edge and kind of beckons you forward and kind of nods ahead. As the... Oh, yeah.
You want me to walk off the cliff?
Looking ahead, it's not the edge of a cliff. it appears to be like it is kind of like on a mountain, but it is a large bridge that just kind of keeps going. Like for as far as you can see, you can't see an end to it. It's just this bridge that goes across this endless chasm.
Song idea: Bridge to Nowhere, featuring shadow monsters.
It once again nods ahead, and as you're like still kind of like playing the infernal bagpipes, you hear them whisper again, and it says, "Follow the road."
Follow the only road. Follow the only road. Okay.
Kind of like breathes out, and once again breathes out that kind of like weird, like shadowy, like gross. It's like a liquid that turns into a gas and disappears as it kind of like drifts to the ground. It sneers but also like kind of like again like calmly like nods and regards you. Before like opening its maw and giving a little roar before it turns and runs back into the forest. And
If you see Shanum, kill him. Kill Shanum. Eat his soul. Fuck that guy.
You are left there alone on the path.
I walk this lonely road, the only road.
You take your first steps onto the path, and I need you to roll a survival check for me.
I'm great at that. Hell yeah. I'm playing all my instruments at once. Yeah. 5. I have an inspiration. I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Because that's the reasonable thing to do. That's a 7. We love that.
7. You step out, and it's almost like a rain of blades comes from nowhere and like stabs you and like just like through your body, and you feel it, but you don't take damage. But you feel everything.
I'm dying. I'm dying. The last words out of my mouth are gonna be "fuck Dino. That guy sucks." Oh, I'm alive. I'm fine. Oh, I gotta go find my brother.
As you scream out from underneath the bridge, from the chasm, you hear echoes of different roars and squeals and screams.
I wonder if they like bagpipes too. I wonder if there's garbage down there. Might be. Maybe that's why he wanted me to stay on the road. He wanted all the garbage for himself.
Heading down this road with no, or like this, across this bridge, down this road with no true end in sight. You move on, but don't realize that a piece of you has been left behind.
What?
Back to
my antenna?
Sure. Back to the rest of the group. You are resting. During this resting period, Garn is working on the caravan to start to kind of get it together. In that 8-hour period of long rest that you had, you didn't hear anything back from Kendrick. Is anybody doing anything else, or do you have any other ideas as to things that you might want to do?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I mean, we could always make an excursion to the temple and see what we can find out.
Okay. I guess my question then is, are you seeking adventure, or are you looking to start a period of downtime? Like at this point, nobody really wants to like leave the city and try to pursue other things. You guys are trying to kind of solve the immediate situation.
Probably.
Yeah. Then we are going to turn this into like a week's worth of downtime.
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, we would try to get Gino out of hell, wouldn't we? We wouldn't just chill for a week. I'm sorry, but that's crazy. I was just like, we need to relax and heal up. He'll be fine down there.
Well, that's part of like again, I'm like downtime again. Our version of downtime encompasses that, right? If you're doing investigation, if you're like going to the temple to research and see what you can do, or you know, trying to work on the wagon to fix it, trying to reach out or discuss relationships with people, that all encompasses downtime and are things that take time.
Not to mention, do we know what we would need to do to try to get him out of hell? We're gonna have to talk to somebody, research it.
We don't even know which hell he's in.
True.
All I know is that creepy guy's name was Scratch. That's not allowed to go off of.
And you did know he went to
The
Dis.
city of this.
Oh yeah, we went.
We know.
We know it was Dis, so we know at least which plane of hell.
Let's take you guys over to the downtime tracker. Oh. What did I do to it? Downtime, toggle navigation. Let's clear the board. Gino, unfortunately, being in hell, you got different things to deal with, so you will not be able to participate in downtime here, unfortunately. But we will come to you between each of the rolls. Before we get into this, I'm gonna say let's take like a 5-10 minute break. Go ahead, refill your drinks, go to the bathroom, all that fun stuff, and when we come back, we can kind of get into what you're wanting to do at this time. For those of you with stress, this is also a time to be able to get rid of, attempt to get rid of stress. So, something to think about. Okay. See you in 10.
Ah, I'm back. I guess nobody else is though, except you.
Nobody here. Ah. It's getting from bad to worse.
Yeah, at least Shanum's dead.
I hope so. I'll probably stab them like 3 more times just to be sure. Probably not. We need a gate spell, that's what we need. It would be the perfect solution.
Look, if anybody can just get out of hell by being stupid and wandering places, it's you know.
I am back.
How did you get back?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was no garbage there, so you know, fuck that playing.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Once Flash gets back, we'll jump back into it. Fucking crazy. And I also agree, if anyone can finesse his way out of hell, it's gotta be Gino. You're muted.
He's 100% fine.
Oh yeah, perfectly fine.
I mean, he said that Gino lost something. What if it was his last remaining brain cell?
Huh?
Could be possible.
Definitely possible.
pause the the royalty-free elevator music that I have going for my Be Right Back screen now. And I mean, Alejandro is like the last on the list. So why don't we start with you, Solfege? What is your what are you doing first? What is the first thing that you're trying to achieve with this downtime?
That is a tough one. I mean, I guess priority for now would be, finding Kendrick and looking into the whole Cress situation. But then again, there's, how to get Gino back from hell. So it's a it's kind of a coin toss on which one of those I want to try and research first. Let me see here.
Pretty tight.
I think, there's enough people tackling the Crest right now, and we're waiting for Kendrick to get here. I'm gonna start researching the Gino and Hell issue.
Okay. You do have access to the libraries in Brinchander. Are you doing research in the way that you're kind of poring over books about it, or are you asking around about it?
Books, definitely. I'm gonna try books.
Books?
First.
Okay. And what do you want to set the DC as?
Let's see. This is something that I'm gonna want to definitely lean into succeeding by a lot on. So I'm gonna use the 5, the easy one for this one.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. DC's 5. You find a lot of information. Hell, it's not because it is a different plane as opposed to an ideological concept. There is actual written documentation about the different levels of hell and the different ways that people have gone there. Maybe there's books on like people's personal exploration of certain parts of hell and their interactions. And you find that the most obvious and easiest ways are getting a hold of demons that want to make a deal, finding somebody powerful enough to be able to plane shift you there or make a like teleport you there, or the same kind of way as he would have gone to hell by using a like a magical item to get you there.
Okay.
Dino, what are you doing for your first downtime?
I'm kind of doing the same thing, trying to investigate Gino, everything that will happen. Maybe try to figure out like who Seamus and all them were connected with. Dan and all them, see if people knew who they were.
Okay.
Like, not who they were, but like where they were coming from and stuff like that.
I mean, there you're probably looking at what, a knowledge of demons, or like, are you asking around to see if you can find out if somebody knew something or saw something? Like, what are you trying to achieve?
Before I leave the next morning, I'm gonna grab Alejandro. We're gonna yank him, like by the shoulder. I'm like, hey, you still have that guy's blood on your sword from killing him when he was sleeping?
Perhaps.
Imagine. Can I steal a little bit of it? I want to like get some of his blood to learn some stuff about him.
I hand him. I like pull out the rapier and the dagger. I'm like, which would you prefer? The one I stab him with, or the one I cut his throat with?
The one he cut his throat with. That with the
And I
better blood there.
And I twirl, or I flip the blade over in my hand, and I offer it to him handle first. I said, "Be careful."
Grabs it with 3 hands, and he bows.
You look over the blade, and there is no blood, but there is kind of this like black residue that has been left behind on both blades.
Very carefully trying to put that in the bracer.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. I forgot about the bracer. It works well enough. We're gonna call it good enough for government work here. It works like blood, and it starts. It's almost like it glitches for a second. Like it doesn't work right away. But then it starts giving you flickers of information. This was the elephant. Hold on. Solfege. It was level 5. We're gonna call that research. Dino. I guess we're also gonna call this research, but you're not gonna have to make a roll for that because you were just using. We're gonna like. There has to be a roll for it.
Starts shaking on his hand. He starts banging it on the table. He's like, hey, it's got to work.
I am going to request from you, in this instance, you can choose any of the slots where to put it. It doesn't have to be 5. You can decide on the difficulty here.
I'll do it for 5.
Okay,
Lowest.
so what I want then is just an Arcana. It's just going to be like a use magical items. Yeah, 18. It gives you everything. I don't know if I have... Do I have a bestiary bracer? I do. Okay. Entries. We're going to include the elephant.
So like if we pick up like a language, right? Maybe like pinpoint it down.
You know everything. So, it didn't know, like, it knew Common and Loxodon, which appears to be like its kind of language. But it doesn't register as a Loxodon anymore. Instead, it registers as a fiend. Like, these guys, at least this one, from what you're gathering from it, has fully been converted into a demon. It is no longer considered a human or humanoid of any variety on this plane. He is very much the lesser adaptation of all of these ones, because you see, like, it wasn't much. Like, he was a little bit faster, he was a little bit stronger. He basically had the barbarian rage skill, but it doesn't go away. Like, he's just constantly raging. And from what you can tell, like, from all of this information that you're gleaning from it, it's almost like this guy gave up the least. But what you do notice is that there's nothing that the information is giving you about musical skill. That is gone. There's nothing there. Like, the dude beat a drum. How can you not, how do you lose the ability to beat a drum? But they're in that, and especially with the amount that you rolled, they, at least Wrath, you're not sure about the rest of them, but Wrath likely gave up things, including his musical ability, to have his abilities enhanced.
He gave up the music. He gave up his soul.
The-
That doesn't happen to Gino.
Yeah, with that, you think you would glean that like payment of sacrifice. Poppy.
Yeah, well, I think I should start by resting. I would like to remove my religious stress.
Religious stress.
Mm.
How are you moving your religious stress? Like, what are you what do you do to try and relax when it comes to like faith?
Well, I think I think my God is an unusual God, and I feel like my relationship with my God is unusual. So I would probably start by just in our little extra dimensional caravan, I will get out the nicest china, and I will brew some really really nice tea, and then I will like just sit down somewhere and like place my little coin of her, because I don't have a shrine or anything, right? I'll place my coin of her somewhere standing up, and I like give her a cup of tea, and then I will just have a little, I'll have a cup of tea with her, as in I just talk while
Okay.
I sip my tea.
Give me a religion check. It is going to be at disadvantage because of the stress, but if you're setting it at 5, I mean, then that's just a DC of
Yeah,
5.
yeah, I will set it at 5.
All right, DC of 5. Go ahead and roll your religion with disadvantage.
Well, great.
Really? Um,
Yeah.
Marvin is going to give you. 4 is too close. I'm gonna say Marvin's gonna give you guidance here.
Okay.
Minimum on that is 1.
Yeah, and that's also
Yeah.
what I rolled. Oh my god.
5's enough. You pray to Timora, and you feel Timora doesn't show up, but
Mm.
as you're sipping the tea and you're kind of thinking about it and thinking about what made you stressed out about faith was not about your faith, but it was the two priests like sitting there arguing and acting like children. And realistically, at your age, it's something that Poppy is bound to get over quickly. So you kind of sit there and relax. There's no scripture to read or anything like that, but instead you just kind of think about your experience with Timora and how you feel about that. And as you do, the coin raises up and starts spinning on the table. And as it does and spins faster and faster, the tea disappears in the cup. And once it empties, the coin falls back down and kind of rattles to a stop. And you feel kind of that relief wash over you. That, well, whatever situation they have with their gods, screw them. Your god is actively there for you. And you can remove that stress token from your character
I mean,
sheet.
I thank her. I gather up the teacups. Feel good about the world again, or a bit better, let's say.
Yeah. Alejandro.
Whoa, let's see. What are? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. So, what are some of the options again with this? I don't see them.
Oh. So we added band practice, but there's also mystery and investigation, personal goals, relationships, reputation, research, self-care, and side work. Let me put them up here for you guys.
Okay, so Well, since other people are doing like research and self-care right now, um, somebody needs to be close to Cressida, right? I think at this level, maybe I'd do some side work, maybe work on making some shoes, use my cobbler's um, capabilities there, and do a little crafting, money making work. Something that Black Iron Blades can sell. Official Alejandro footwear.
merch? Okay. You have access to the materials. Like they'll like, especially like basic leathers. Garn will give it to you for free.
Sure.
Especially if you're selling them. So, do you want to do this at a 5, or do you want to set this at a certain difficulty?
We'll just do it at a 5.
Perfect. Do it at a 5. Go ahead and give me a cobbler's tools.
Can I use my guidance just for giggles?
Absolutely.
Give myself my guidance roll.
Yep.
One of the most fascinating things about playing Baldur's Gate 3 has been the fact that if you have a party member that has guidance anytime you do a skill check, it says, "Do you want to add this?" And you just click yes and just do it.
Yep.
It's been fun.
28.
Hey, that's a nice roll.
Yeah, you are a master of your craft. With the materials available, you cobble the equivalent of the Air Jordan of shoe. What do the shoes that you cobble look like? What is your specific mark upon them?
Well, I would probably add some kind of like tabby cat striping, like almost like tiger striping to them, probably. But as far as a symbol goes, okay, so when I made the model in Hero Forge for the character that I use for my character image, I added the mustache with the like points and the little goatee mustache. I think that is what I would use for the mark. So it's the mustache to the points, and then the little goatee with the point below it. So it's like a 3-pointed little mark, but it's just a real simple, like, that's like on every pair that I make myself, that will be my like personal stamp, if you will. Or maybe I'd ask to maybe I'd have Garm like help me make a leather stamp for it. That would be something I could just put on it whenever for every pair of shoes that we make, and any pair of shoes that follows this style. For this one, maybe I'm just working on a nice set of like hard-soled, almost like cowboy boots with like a heel on them. But definitely with a little fur lining on them, so that they kind of towards the top on the inside, so they're kind of warm.
Okay.
And then like maybe an adjustable strap around the side of it, so that they're whether your leg's a little bigger or a little skinnier, they can kind of cinch them in a little bit. Maybe 1 or 2 straps on the side. That way it can be kind of adjusted. It's a little bit adjustable.
Wonderful.
Not like like a snapback hat.
Yeah, I mean, you create these incredibly comfortable shoes. That roll is just is too good. So we're going to say for side work, that's really good. 28 over 5. Garn's going to pay you just for the product, like outright. You'd be like, I can definitely sell these. He is going to give you 100 gold pieces.
Okay. Yep. My fat finger. Too easy.
Gino, you feel like you've been walking for days, but there's no sun or anything to be able to keep track of time. You walk until you're pretty much exhausted, probably making a lot of noise. And you're not sure when it happened, but you feel like you're being watched. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. You just catch out of the corner of your eye as something is dive bombing you. And it kind of looks like a pterodactyl, like it's got a beak, but instead of having wings in the back, it's like where its eyes would be are these long wings that still have eyes that are the same length. So instead of having little eyeballs, it has long eyeballs that are like built into its wings as it's flying. And as it dive bombs towards you, instead of a beak that's like two pieces that opens up like this, instead it is like kind of like a beak that splits into four, and like little like almost like tendril things like are like coming out of its mouth at you.
Would I have long rested since?
Yeah, I'd allow you to have long. Like, I mean, you're walking down the road endlessly. There, you would be able to sit and stop and rest, and so yeah, I would allow you to take a long rest here. Although for resting, like you don't have any wounds, and you're not sure if you're feeling pain anymore. Like you don't feel bad. You don't really feel anything.
I'm going to. I guess I'm just gonna major image, a whole bunch of other genos and pop a mirror image on myself. So major image and mirror image, and try to just illusion my way out of this and just start running.
Okay, give me the roll for mirror image.
So he would have hit a decoy.
Thing crashes into a decoy, and you watch as these like this like weird tentacle tongue tries to wrap around the image and like kind of like shatters it, giving you enough time to kind of dip and start running.
Fuck you, Geno Beat. I'm out. Remember the name. Don't forget.
It pursues for a while, crashing a couple times and destroying more of these mirror images until finally it crashes down, and it's the strangest thing. It hits hard, smashes through the bridge down into the chasm below, but when you look, like it's like you look down and see it disappear and kind of look up, and when you look down again, the bridge is whole. And the thing doesn't come back up for you.
I saved the bridge. I will be sure that the people, the president of Helm, learns about this.
Solfege, what's the second thing that you'd be doing?
Let me see. I already did research for the hell thing. I'm trying to think of a way for mystery and an investigation to fit into the whole Cressida issue. I guess I could look around town for anybody with any kind of expertise in like magical tattoos.
Interesting.
I mean, it's kind of a niche subject, but
that sounds like mystery or investigation to me. What do you want to set the DC as?
we'll go with the next one up. We'll go with the 10.
10? Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Um, 12? Surprisingly enough, scrim sacks. when you start asking about magical tattoos, pulls up the sleeves of his arms and reveals a couple like arcane tattoos. He's like, I've had a little bit of work here and there.
Very nice, very fine work.
Um, he's like, I mean, they're not very powerful. They kind of just help me with my work. I got them in Baldur's Gate. I didn't get them here.
Yeah, I suppose it's not a very common thing. You might have to go far and wide to look for somebody capable of performing such a deed, huh?
Normally, yes, but because of the tournament, it's drawn all kinds of people. I don't know of anybody here that is doing magical tattoos or anything right now, but the odds are you're gonna run into some kind of magical character at some point.
Well, if you do happen to hear of anybody in the area for the tournament who's kind of delves into that area, uh, give me a shout or send them my way. It's definitely a subject I'm interested in looking into a bit more.
You absolutely can do. Yeah, I
I
can
would
keep my ear
definitely,
low to the ground.
I would consider it a personal favor.
What I will do, I can send a word to the others, like other bartenders in 10 towns. We kind of all stay in communication. Um, I can reach out in my network and see if anybody has come into contact with any kind of wizards or anything. Um, Even that, like somebody more magically inclined may be able to give you a lead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, with that success there, Scrimsax will do a little bit of research for you. Dino.
I mean, I've been thinking of one. Would we want to recruit for the band slot that's empty?
What?
This fucker.
Because we have a band slot that's empty. We need a replacement.
You're trying to find a replacement band member?
He was always a slacker, anyways. Gino.
That's fucking dirty. You're setting the
Well,
you're setting the difficulty at 10?
it'd be a temporary position if everyone else in the band is okay with it. I'd like clear it first.
I smack him in the back of his head. We have better stuff to do.
Already had like the poster made. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Temporary. He scratches it out. I guess I'll try to just do something with reputation. Try to post like posters. I don't know.
Poster like to increase your reputation?
Well, I'm in. Or did we find Kendrick? Did we eventually find him?
You haven't
before?
you haven't found Kendrick yet, and he hasn't responded to any messages. Or the Silver Raven.
So sorry, I'll try it with the relationships. Can I try to like cruise around and make friends with people?
Sure.
Try to learn about Kendrick, see where he is. I'll
Give me
Just
a
throw this up.
raw charisma check. Okay. You are kind of like milling around town, just kind of talking to people. And most people go about their day like they're happy to meet you, and most like at most you'll get like people asking for an autograph, but most of them just go about their day. But as you kind of like sit down and like root around in some garbage for a snack, a tiefling sits down beside you. She goes, that half a chicken leg looks good.
He's munching on it.
He's like,
Pretty. It is pretty good.
She pulls out like a moldy piece of cheese from her pocket. She's like, you give me half of that, I'll give you half of this.
He squints. He starts eyeballing it. Cheese gets better with age, you know. It's like wine. He rips some of he trades.
Hands you the cheese, and she takes a bit of this chicken. And you look at her for the first time. She's so purple skin, with like dark purple lips, bright like almost like glowing eyes, hair that is like shaved on one side and parted over the other like emo style, with it looks like she is holding a shotgun, or like has like a shotgun or some kind of arcane like arquebus on her back, um wearing kind of like shabby adventurer's clothes, and she kind of like scoots up next to you and kind of eats this meal and looks and says, name's Gloria.
He holds out a couple hands, like 3 hands, shakes her hand.
She like shakes
Name's Dino.
each one individually and is just like your style, Dino.
Hey, thank you. Kind of a free spirit right now, you know? Eating garbage. Looking for this guy. Hey, speaking of which, you ever see this guy named Scratch? No, yeah, not Scratch. Kendrick. He's got pocket sandwiches.
She looks and says, no, I'm new in the area. I heard there was some kind of music competition going on."
Yeah,
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I was here to check it out. I haven't heard much about it. I just got back from far away.
Surely you've heard of the Fabulous Funky Five.
I haven't. I'm assuming that's you. That's it.
I'm one of the 5.
Oh, so a musician then.
Yeah, just one of the musicians in the competition. Traveling town to town.
She'll kind of nod and say, play me something, and we'll like kind of sit and listen as you play, for her. We'll come back to that. But you have made a new tiefling friend.
Oh yeah.
Poppy.
Yes, I will go and find a frickin' wizard. So I'll make my way. I think the best starting point is like the tournament hall or town hall. Either I see a wizard there, like Kendrick, or what was the other one? Bob, right?
I forgot about Bob.
Yeah, or if I don't see any wizard milling around, I will try to find Ezra. Basically, that's what I'm going for here.
You go to the tournament hall, and there's like signs up for like under construction signs. You don't find Bob or Kendrick, but you do find wizards that are working on the tournament hall. You'd probably see there's not there. You see a couple of them sitting outside, and it looks like they're taking a break.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello.
You're Poppy.
Yes, that's me. I would. Do you know Kendrick by any chance?
Never heard of him. We're
Okay.
we're here on behalf of the committee for the tournament. We're working on the building to I don't know if I can reveal anything, but they asked for upgrades.
That's fine. I don't. You do the building. Who do you have like a supervisor, a head wizard, a ober honcho?
We've got a foreman.
Yeah. Could you Could I have a word with him? Please? Pretty please?
Okay. Go ahead and give me. I'll let you set the DC here again. This
Mm-hmm.
is going to be called. We're gonna call this personal goals, and you can set the DC.
Yeah, we'll do it at 10.
Okay. The DC's a 10. Give me a persuasion check.
Let's go. I can do this. Oh my god. A 3. So 14. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you beat the 10. He goes. I mean, for you, Poppy, yeah, absolutely. Let me go take a look, and runs into the building. The building, like, if he goes behind like this like under construction barrier, and instead of like just walking through a door, it's almost like he disappears into like a portal.
Yeah, I wait patiently. I'm not gonna screw with the competition. I'm like kind of awkwardly standing around, maybe doing a bit of conversation with the other wizards taking a break. Must be rough in this weather, huh? And like,
A lizard. Yeah, the one guy's like, yeah, it's awful. Even with like magical items, you can still feel that chill. It's so weird. Um, what comes back out is a lizard folk. Not a dragonborn, like just like a lizard folk with a like super long wizard beard. And like the traditional hat with like this like kind of like blackish gray cloak. That comes out with a bit of a hiss and says, "You were asking for me."
yes. So I kind of get away a bit from the other wizards. And said, I have a problem, and I need a strong, powerful wizard to help me. I know you're incredibly busy here. I know we basically turned this all into dust. I'm so sorry about this, but um, well, one of our band members is missing, and the other one is very sick, and it's all very magical. And I was wondering if you could help me out, or if you know somebody who might be able to spare a moment and is equipped with the required in-depth knowledge.
It's like unless it's like building or enchantment, I don't really know much. Um, but for Poppy of the fabulous Funky Five, I would be remiss to turn your request down. A powerful wizard. What kind of wizard? What are you trying to achieve?
You know what? Building and enchanting might actually do the trick. I'm thinking of the caravan here. Like,
That's true.
that could be a very good start. Yes.
You need help with building? With
And
like an
enchanting.
enchantment?
Yes, I think so. I believe I'm not a wizard. I will, this is just my unprofessional opinion.
He's like, well,
Uh,
I'd have to charge you for the labor and time, especially taking me away from a project, but
yes, of course, of course.
I could take a look and see what I could do to help.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And we're at the Black Iron Blades when you can free up a moment. Or you can come. No, you're probably busy right now, but like when you have a moment.
He's like,
And
let me get my guys in order, and then I'll come over and take a look. He's gonna charge you 50 gold
Mhm.
for the time, just to like for the assessment. And then once if he determines he can do the work for you, we will discuss a flat rate for him for assistance with the repair.
Okay.
Um, Alejandro.
Okay. So here's the idea. Um, one of the songs that Gino and I had our duet song, Ready, Set, Garbage. As I'm kind of thinking about Gino and the fact that he's gone, and it's like, oh my God, I don't, like, will I ever be able to play this song, again without, the chaos monster himself? And my idea here is this. The electric guitar has the ability to do the shocking performance, which is effectively like the 60-foot lightning bolt. The spell of the song that we play does effectively the same thing, but it's a radius thing instead of a line.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm going for here is an adaptation of the song that allows me to use the guitar to do basically the shocking performance in a area of effect as opposed to a line. Does that make sense? Basically the same thing, just instead of a line attack, it's the area of effect ability that the song gives us.
Like replicating it so you can do it as an alternative for that ability.
It's just it's an alternative of it's an alternative of the shocking performance ability.
Yeah.
I'd still be spending the 4 charges off of the guitar. It's just in an area of effect around me as opposed to a line effect.
We're gonna call that band practice. Go ahead and give me a performance check. I'm assuming you're setting the DC at 10.
Unless you think it needs to go higher, yes. If you think it needs to go higher...
You're rewriting a song that you already know.
Okay. All right. Come on, big money.
26. You absolutely. Not only will you be able to use it in a line, you'll be able to use it in like an explosive area of effect as well. Absolutely.
Okay.
You can like basically it's Ready Set Garbage Alejandro's version, and you've turned it into less of this chaos and more of this like flamenco electric guitar fucking Alejandro style groove
with a little flair, with a little Gino inspiration.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Coming off of that second bit of downtime, all of you are going to get a vision. As you, Gino, after what feels like weeks of walking, you finally see what appears to be buildings coming into view. And the end of this bridge. As you get to the end of the bridge, Scratch is there to meet you. Says, "What took you so long?"
I was busy being a fabulous, great, fantastic, funky musician. What were you doing?
Waiting for you.
That's creepy. Why are you so creepy?
I always like to pursue a good deal when I know one. Scratch turns, and you didn't see it before, but there is a doorway in front of him. And he opens it up, and what you see, instead of like this hellish surrounding, through the doorway appears to be like a cozy cottage with a nice fireplace and a huge, what you think is a metal trash bin. It feels like it's been weeks since you've been walking, and this is the first time you've seen garbage.
Garbage. We like that.
He points in, he's like, "Why don't you step inside and we'll have a discussion."
What's it called? It's called an evanescence, when I move so quickly that I leave like a silhouette of myself behind. Like, in the cartoons when they run away, but he's still there for a second. It's like smoke.
Yeah.
Like, that's me with the garbage. Through the demon portal.
You run
Eat the
through,
demon garbage.
leaving this like smoke version of you behind, this shadow version of you behind. And Scratch looks seemingly at no one, but for the rest of you getting this vision, you see Scratch looking at you, like you get that perception of him looking at you and giving a smirk as he walks through the door and it closes. And that is where we're going to end session for tonight. Everybody, before we end the recording, for anybody who's watching at home, thanks for tuning in. We love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Everybody's going to be able to level up.
Very nice.